Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Yes 101 Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Steven Machado. Let's take a look at your top story for this hour. Minister of Justice and National Integration Attorney Harsha Nanayakara acknowledged the government's challenge in restoring credibility to the justice system. He was speaking at a discussion organized by Justice for All. Addresses several issues concerning the judiciary practices of the country, including justice for the victims of violence, international crimes committed in Sri Lanka, Free Palestine Movement of Sri Lanka, enforced disappearances of Sri Lankans. This is an excerpt of what Attorney Harsha Nanayakara had to say.
The biggest challenge for us, being the government, is to bring back credibility to the system of justice, bring back credibility to these institutions. It has not been easy. People just don't trust the system and people are not at fault. So now some of the actions we intend to do is to bring back that credibility to the organization. Transparency, those things must be there. Of course, I do understand there are certain things still in the interest of justice that should be kept away. But laws has to reform, implementation has to be there. And above all, we have to have a reform of attitudes also in the public in general. Because when it comes to change, the biggest resistance is the popular belief about something. I firmly believe that when it comes to the PTA, the Online Safety Act, these are going to be revisited very soon. And I don't think our government will have to work from the scratch because there's already a lot of work that has been done. There are about 20 laws which has been presented in a bill form to the Parliament, so that will be looked into. So most of these things will be given priority. We have a massive mandate, but that doesn't mean we are going to be stubborn or arrogant about it. We will always consult the stakeholders, bring them on board, whatever the decision we take.
Japanese ambassador to Sri Lanka, Isomata Akio, has said that Japan has resumed its suspended projects, including the Bandaranaike International Airport. He made these remarks during his visit to Kandy this morning.
We have already resumed suspended projects, big projects, including Bandaranaike International Airport. Because there was some economic slowdown, Japanese government is always working together with JICA, and we will continue to provide assistance through JICA and through other means. Most recently, last week, we have provided emergency assistance goods to those people affected by the most recent heavy rain and floods. We have provided emergency assistance such as sleeping pads, tents, and plastic sheets to help mitigate the effect of the disaster.
U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Julie Chung, expressed the United States' commitment to build a brighter future for Sri Lanka. She expressed these views while attending the 20th anniversary of the American Corner in Kandy.
American spaces all around the region are modeling themselves after Kandy as a prime example because you've shown the success of what you can do on reconciliation, youth leadership, and community engagement. Your president said there is no room for racism or extremism in this country. We want to celebrate all your differences and diversity and bring together everybody into one unified, peaceful community. And that's why I'm so proud that the American Corners have been able to contribute to that vision, bringing people together, no matter what your background, language, religion, economic level, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever it is. So I look forward to seeing what the next 20 years brings and beyond, because this is where hopes and dreams start, but not just dreams, making dreams and turning those dreams into action and real concrete ideas and projects so that young people here have a future.
On more local news, the Asian Development Bank has approved a $30 million Small Expenditure Financing Facility or SCFF for the Ceylon Electricity Board, guaranteed by Sri Lanka to bolster the sustainability of ongoing and future energy sector projects in the country. This is Sri Lanka's first SEFF designed to support the operational stability of ADB-financed energy projects, promote initiatives to increase the share of renewable energy, and encourage private sector participation in the renewable energy sector. According to the ADB, the SEFF will play a crucial role in supporting Sri Lanka's target to achieve 70% of its electrical generation from renewable energy sources by 2030 as part of its broader energy transition strategy. Of the total $30 million facility, $15 million will be allocated to enhance the operational sustainability of the Morogoro hydropower plant, while the remaining $15 million will support activities aimed at facilitating renewable energy generation and grid integration. Up next is international news.
International news.
The man accused of shooting dead healthcare insurance CEO Brian Thompson in New York jostled with police and shouted at reporters as he was bundled into court on Tuesday as more details emerged about a potential motive in the killing. Luigi Mangione appeared at an extradition hearing in Pennsylvania. His lawyer said the 26-year-old would contest being moved to New York to face murder charges. Different U.S. states have different laws and judicial systems, so there is a process involved in the transfer of fugitives, which can take days or weeks. Up next is sports news.
Sports news.
Rashid Khan won the toss and elected to bat to begin Afghanistan's multi-format tour to Zimbabwe. Mujibur Rahman, who played his last T20I in June, is returning post-injury and will form the visitors' spin attack along with Rashid and Mohammad Nabi. The pitch and outfield are expected to favour the batters as per Ed Rainsford's report. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101 Visual Radio. Stay tuned for more of the very latest.